You got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Let's turn it up, a little louder, turn it up. A little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down, universal sound. When we hold the pound, take a look around. When we touch the town, knock the way, stomping in my big black J's. Corny, get stuck in the maze. We never suffer fools, had enough of you. False friends and loose ends make me wanna fool. That we got another world tour, touching every shore, from Cali to Singapore.
Every day I'm seeing more in the temple as we rock up tempo instrumentals. I saw my dream in a dream, then I woke up. Put the dream team together, now we one time.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Let's turn it up, a little louder, turn it up. A little louder, turn it up.
Yeah. Sound like some superheroes. Some black superheroes. Oh, yeah. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero.
You need a hero like me. Military mind stated, and I keep a degree. You can label me a hero.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we'll be watching Carlton Davis. He got the QB not once, but twice last week with a pair of interceptions. It's the Elks and the Texans coming up.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading him out, the former Stanford man. At quarterback, it's Davis Mills.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on some few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A good start. 1 play, 10 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mills. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. And Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And for this young rookie making his first NFL start, a moment he's been waiting for since draft day.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
I think we have to give all the credit to the defense there. Very disciplined in their approach. Never allowed a cutback lane, which was exactly what he was looking for. They end up forcing him out of...
Off-play action. Conley. And that is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Tua. Open man downfield is Hill. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Hall again on 2nd down. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
Defensive coaches have certain guys on their squad that they look to as drive stoppers, guys who can make big plays, interceptions, not get free. In this case, they didn't need one. The offense supplied it for them, just dropping the ball.
Yeah, and that was after they were doing so well on this drive through the air. They go to the ground, doesn't work. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Tackle on that play by Quinnen Williams.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground. Elam, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. They run the counter. Elam, and they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The Texans send the punter out. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. And this returnable for Hill. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. To try again after the sack. Tua under pressure again, and down he goes again. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Anthony Barr. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So here are the Texans to take over. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Now Mills. Dancing to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Parker, I think this will want to ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. It's a slant to Hill. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. Took the O, the option out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the 22, Tua. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. Got a man, it's Waddle complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Looking to pass. Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. Tua with a quick throw, caught out wide. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Elks are an extra point away from evening this one up. Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. It's going the other way. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The kick by Lutz is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum.
Texans football to start quarter 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 10. To throw, Mills. Finds his man, it's John Mechie. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Mills on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Mills to the air again. And that's complete downfield to Cooks. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks. 62 yards. And the Texans are able to move back in front. But for as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the top speed he attained there, according to Next Gen Stats, 21.3 miles per hour. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Out of the gun on third down, here's Tua. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now Tua. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Tua. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. On play action, here's Tua. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and this Texans defense stands tall. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's Mills. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Holding offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And that's complete to Cooks. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
They'll run with Robinson.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Again, it'll be Robinson.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Robinson.
4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. They'll run for it with Robinson, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Brian Robinson Jr. with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Elks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And
this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw is Mills. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. First down now, but that clock rolling. Mills now. Got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On 1st and 10, Mills. Crossing route complete. Catch made by Cooks. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. After the sack on 1st down, Mills, he gets it to Cooks. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Mills, flush to his right, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. Well, he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
The kick by Bass is good, and that will tie things at 17 all. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. And this one is incomplete. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to... Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, this is the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe you change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 2nd and 9, Tua. Looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Chris Barnes. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Now, the offense, they had really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker, partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped him.
Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the...
To a hit, and the ball is out. And the Texans scoop it. And the field position doesn't get much better than this. They'll have it 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. From the 6. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 2 now on 1st down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Tua going to throw. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. This pass out wide to Hall. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Texans are going to take possession here. Back, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. A first down throw for Mills. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into it because they were there to help break that pass up.
On 2nd and 10, Mills. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
They'll run on first down. Elam. Javon Holland coming up to make the stop.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On 3rd down, here's Mills. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. On first down, Tagovailoa. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. The 22 more yards there and another first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Kenny Moore. The 30. 10. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the 6. And he returns this to the 22. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Open man, that's Gesicki down the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. From midfield, here's Tua. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Elks are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if he...
Back live here now in Salt Lake City. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the fourth. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Working out of the gun, Mills.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And this will be a Texans first down as good running gets him to about the 44. An excellent run there coming from out wide. And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their program.
And he lost the football. And does the defense have it? They do, says the referee. We're going the other way.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth.
Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. They trail by 2 scores in the fourth, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. Time to see what this offense has left in the tank.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua,
who dumps this one off here to Hall. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing again on second down.
Tua. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Holding offense.
Rashawn Slater, first-round pick in 2021, guilty there.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. Here's Tua. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Looking to throw again on second down.
Tua.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Texans are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And some space here. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. 107 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
To throw again on second down. Mills. Mechie has it on the slant. And the Texans are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Mills to throw it. Repeated the last play, going to Mechie here. Touchdown, Texans. John Mechie, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Texans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. And their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got this to Jefferson. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson, 75 yards. And the Elks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. 1 play, 75 yards, 6 points. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This taken in at the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. And now out comes Houston. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their own 20-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And now whistles blow here. Play is stopped, and we're going to get a timeout. That's going to leave him with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. The offense on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Mills. Open man is Mechie, and he's got him. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Up the middle they go. Elam And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That will be their third and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. They'll keep it on the ground. Elam. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Game in hand, the offense takes the knee. On second down now, Elam. And down inside the 40 to about the 38.
128 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. One final kneel down here as it comes inside the 42nd mark, and that should be enough to put this one on ice. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other.
My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did.